from like
So I was literally making
comedy?
fun of
Yeah.
true crime on Conan. I was making fun of true crime. I was like, true crime is the only time the entertainment industry will take a chance on an unknown female lead. You know, I was like, this industry is fraught and creepy, and I was making fun of it. And then somebody at AMC Plus was like, do you think we could do comedic true crime? And I was like, no, this is exploitative and wrong and psychotic. And then the pandemic happened, and all my work dried up, and I was like, let me revisit
By the way,
how we
yeah.
can do this. And like, to their credit, like we found a format that worked because we did it in the most ethical way that we could, but we were also like, it wasn't about the murder, it was about like broadening out and seeing how an injustice happens, and then finding people who would talk to us who you could hold accountable, like the prosecutor's office that used junk science to get an innocent guy in prison for life. He sat down with me. Or like the defense attorney who got a guy off of murder charges because he convinced the jury that this woman choked on the guy's dick, when in reality, that's not how somebody dies. Like there are so many horrible jokes you can make about like a grandma choking on a dick, but the reality was like the only way that defense worked was because like juries are sexist, and they were able to like use like a consent defense to sow doubt with the jury. We talked to a medical examiner who was like, you can't choke on a dick. It's just not possible. Yeah. And like we talked to the granddaughter of this poor victim, and it was heartbreaking. But then like we also talked to the defense attorney, and I was like, how do we make this segment not a commercial for the defense attorney? How do we show that these are like things that happen all the time, and they just need, like, this defense just needs, it's called the rough sex defense or consent defenses. They just need to be outlawed. And we did this interview, and it was weirdly funny because like I was able to ask this guy, and a lot of it was improvised, but a lot of it was planned. But at one point I was just trying to understand, like, I was like, have you ever sucked a dick? And the defense attorney's like, I don't want to. And then I was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to slut shame you. That's your job, you know, like, because that's what he did to the victim. He slut shamed this dead woman. Sorry, I get like upset about even thinking about this episode, but I'm also amazed that this network took a chance on us and let us do this and let us like add comedic moments into this horrific story to just kind of be like the sugar to coat what we were trying to say to people. So like, that's how I got from comedy to true crime.